On today's Solo Saturday news, AJ Lee returns, Chris Jericho addresses those WWE return rumors, MJF gets married? Is this WWE star close to retirement? And we've got more on Wade Barrett and Nikki Bella's recent tiff. Spoiler, I think they've smoothed things over. Hi everyone, I am Gareth, you are watching WhatCulture Wrestling, and yes, do not adjust your YouTube sets. I'm on my own today because Phil is off living his best life doing solo Phil things on a Saturday, so yeah, just me. But what a day to be on your own because, yep, it happened. The thing that we all had a feeling was going to happen happened on SmackDown. You know already, you know what I'm going to say. It's AJ Lee, they're back in the WWE. Yes, on the Blue Show. So yeah, she popped up. It's been talked about, it's been rumoured all week that this was going to happen, and it did. Her name was chanted through SmackDown. She was chanted all the way through the segment involving Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, and CM Punk, and then, lo and behold, she popped up after Becky Lynch had slapped the hell out of CM Punk again. Just started beating him up, and then eventually she did come out, got a huge pop, because of course she did, and she skipped down to the ring, and she then beat the hell out of Becky Lynch. I was shocked that happened. I thought they were going to maybe save the physicality for the surely inevitable WrestlePalooza showdown between these two teams, these two couples. But no, she just whooped her ass, beat the crap out of her, and it was great. Everyone went crazy about it. She was skipping in. She looked in great shape, by the way. She was shredded, so fair play, AJ Lee. You've put in the work. Good stuff. And it was lovely to see. Behind the scenes, she has signed a new contract even with WWE because shortly after that return, Triple H put a video online saying ink to paper, the calm before the storm, and it's him and AJ getting that contract signed. And then there was also a picture of himself with AJ Lee doing, the point, and then her and CM Punk had the point thing going. Well, him and Punk were pointing at, you know what I mean. That was going on. So it was just lovely. It was a really lovely moment. I will be honest, I was never on the massive big AJ Lee hype train because it just happened at an era when I wasn't really that glued into wrestling. So I like nice things happening to good people. She seems like a good person, so I'm glad that she got this big moment and she seemed genuinely wow, this is huge. And it was huge, and I love when these big returns happen. It's probably one of the last real mega returns that could happen in WWE right now that maybe you never thought was going to happen. It's been 10 years, over 10 years since she chose to back away from wrestling. I think it was due to neck injuries, that kind of stuff, and now she's back. She's back in the wrestling sphere and has signed a contract, so we can expect to see a lot more of AJ Lee, I'd imagine. So yeah, let me know what you think of that. What matches do you want to see AJ Lee have going forward, apart from, the obvious couples showdown, which I'm very excited about. Yeah, and another big potential return that we do need to talk about is, the whole Chris Jericho one that we seem to mention every other week, every other weekend, but we're going to talk about it again because, yeah, this time we've had an update from the man himself who was speaking to the Daily Mail, it was the Daily Mail. And he said that while he's not really going anywhere right now at this current second, he's not opposed to the idea of going back to WWE. But the full quote I will read off for you right now is: the best thing that can happen in wrestling is AEW. And the fact that there's two huge promotions that you can choose from just makes it better for the guys. It makes it better for the fans and everybody in between. So I'm not going anywhere for a while. I'm still with AEW for right now. Would I go back to WWE? I wouldn't be opposed to it. We just have to see what happens. But the best thing that can happen is that you have two great teams that you can play for. And that just makes everything bigger and more exciting. So he's not said no, he's not said yeah. He's done the typical wrestling politician thing where it's well, right now I'm going nowhere, but the opportunity arises, I'm not going to say no. So we do know, from reports anyways, that he is slated to become a free agent at the end of the year, and that's why a lot of people have been talking about him potentially popping up in the Royal Rumble as the big Rumble surprise for this year, the year coming, the 2026 Royal Rumble. That could be a potential thing that could happen. He's obviously not going to talk about any of that, right now anyway, because that's just not how these things work, is it? They keep tight-lipped, they keep everyone happy, and then we'll just see what develops in the coming weeks and months. We are still, September, so we're a couple months away. These things move quick. It'll get right to the end of the year, and then we'll probably hear a ton of noise, or we might hear no noise. It'll go quiet, and it could be a big surprise, or it might not happen. It might just stay in AEW. We don't know. We don't know right now, but you let me know in the comments what you think of this whole Chris Jericho stuff. Do you want to see him in WWE? Do you want to see him stay in AEW and keep doing his thing there with the whole Learning Tree and the Jericho Vortex and all that fun stuff? Yeah, let me know. But sticking with AEW, we've got a big another like real life story thing that's dropped and surprised me this morning when I turned on the old X Twitter machine. MJF and Alicia Tout, I hope I'm saying your name right, have got married. Oh, how cool's that? I did not know they were even engaged because I just clearly don't pay enough attention to people's personal lives. But yeah, that's something that was dropped on Twitter in a very MJF way. He put on the social media thing, he put, even when I'm old and grey, I'm going to feel the way I do today. The death of a bachelor. Oh, another one bites the dust. And Taz put a big thing on as well. He put big congrats to the MJF and Alicia Tout on their marriage. Wish them nothing but a lifetime of happiness. And he's got a photo of him and Hook and MJF obviously in the middle, just looking all hench in his tuxedo, looking like he's having a great time at his own wedding. Obviously, Alicia Tout is on AEW TV as like a host, isn't she? Like a backstage interviewer. You see her from time to time. So she's very much like kind of connected to all things AEW. Tony Khan also commented to MJF's message, well, his post saying, best wedding ever. Thank you, Alicia Tout. So not thank you, Max. Thank you to Alicia, because you've got to keep the kayfabe alive. But just a big congratulations more than anything. It's just one of those nice stories. Like we had another one last week with the Rhodes baby stuff. So it's just nice seeing wrestlers just living their lives and having nice moments because everyone deserves them. And I wish them all the best. Yeah, wish them all the best, our MJF and Alicia. Have a good time. Moving up back into like the wrestling side of wrestling. I'm good at this, can you not tell? We'll look at someone who's like an absolute legend in the wrestling business, is AJ Styles, obviously. He had his Paris match against Dominic, and the Dominic Mysterio, that is. And it was crazy, wasn't it? It was really good like reaction from the crowd. It was just like watching a concert play out or something. It was awesome. And since then, on Instagram, he's actually posted a graphic of an hourglass, and it's got his logo in it, and it's like the time's like running out, it's slowly running out, the hourglass. So it's got a lot of people thinking, what does that mean, AJ? Is the clock ticking? You're like, what's going on? So 6 months ago, he did mention that he's not like afraid of retiring. Like he's 48 now, and he said in an interview with Chris Van Vliet that he plans to retire before he turns 50. So that's not a lot of time, really, for AJ at this point, is it? He's had an idea for a storyline to build to a retirement match. Everyone loves the retirement matches right now. It's worth noting as well that he actually debuted at the 2016 Royal Rumble, and that was like nearly 10 years ago. And it might be quite interesting, that date, because according to Fightful Select, who've like done a bit of reporting on this kind of stuff right now, they said that his current deal is up around around February 2026 if it's going to be up. So the full Fightful comments on this, they found out from those close to Styles that his deal was extended for a year, and then they were also told that WWE does hope to retain him after that period, but they're going to have to evaluate things and his interest. Really, he might just not want to carry on. He might just want to retire and just be like, yep, that's me, I'm done. Sources close to Styles had actually indicated that the deal is up around February of 2026, like we just mentioned, which would have him expiring after the Royal Rumble and before WrestleMania season. So Styles, obviously, like I've just said there, he's mentioned a few times like retirement, like the possibility of retirement, but he hasn't actually mentioned that much over the last couple of months. That was 6 months ago. It was in March, that conversation that he had with Chris Van Vliet. And his in-ring work's still pretty damn good. Like I'm saying, that Dominic Mysterio match was a fun time, and he looked like he's not quite the AJ Styles of the backflipping, spinning around crazy, high-flying AJ that we knew back in the day, but he still can do a hell of a job. He still can go. But sometimes people want to get out before they fully lose that step. I understand that as well. So it's completely up to AJ, isn't it? AJ, do whatever you feel is best for you. It'll be interesting. This will be another one. I'd imagine if it is up around after the Royal Rumble but before WrestleMania, maybe he signs a bit of an extension for a month or two just to get him to Mania, because that's just cruel. Just having the guy maybe do a Rumble appearance, which is lovely because it'd sync up with his 10-year anniversary with the company. I think it is 10 or 11 years. I don't know. It's 2016 to 2026. That's a nice little bit of symmetry. And then just have him have his last Mania moment. Maybe have the retirement match at Mania. It is Mania worthy, AJ Styles' retirement match. It just is. So I'd like to see that. But let me know what you think. Do you think it's time for AJ Styles to retire? That's a question you just never want to ask, is it? But I don't think it is. I'd love to see AJ for years, but it's up to the guy himself. But I want to know your opinion on it. And if so, who would you like to see him wrestle in that retirement match? And would you like to see it at WrestleMania? Would you like to see it at the Royal Rumble? let me know about all these things in the comments down below. And the last thing we're going to talk about today, it's kind of a biggie really, because it's been probably the big, I don't know how to phrase this, like the big fight on Twitter of late. It's not really been that big a fight, but it's just been one of those dramas that you've seen unfolding and you're thinking, oh, I hope this doesn't get messy and horrible, because the people involved, I like them both. I like Nikki Bella and I like Wade Barrett. And they've spoiler there, but they've had a bit of a tiff, let's say, a bit of a like disagreement over the last like couple of days. So Nikki spoke on the Nikki and Brie show earlier this week. She said that she'd like to have a chat with Barrett regarding some of the comments that he made on the pre-show for Clash in Paris. Obviously, she had a match at Clash in Paris against Becky Lynch. And on that pre-show, as a heel commentator, it's worth adding, he praised Nikki as the best of her era, but he then said that she was like trying to recapture former glory and that she was desperate to prove that she could still go and still compete with the new generation, the current generation that have completely changed the game and just been groundbreakers across the board. She did take exception to those comments. She said, I think I remember seeing in the video, she was like sat backstage and she was like, oh, okay, fine, thanks for that, Wade. She did say that she did get that he was trying to be a heel, like it was just heel stuff that he was doing. But then after this, she said that she thought that Wade was avoiding her at Raw, following the PLE, obviously. It was like the day or two after. I can't remember what day. Yeah, it was the day after, I think. It was on a Sunday. My brain's melting. It wasn't a Sunday, Clash of Paris. We've got so much wrestling, okay? Give me a break. But then Barrett said that he didn't know that was like what happened, didn't know what she was on about, and he didn't know that she was unhappy with his comments. But now there is a happy ending to this story. They've had a chat, and they seem okay, because he's put on Twitter, on X, whatever you want to call it, great news, fight fans. Nikki and I have spoken, we've smoothed things over, and I've graciously been allowed back into the Bella Army. Fully paid up member since FCW 2008. Why is that so hard to say? 2008. He then put like a handshaking emoji and a glass of wine. A difference of perspective to which we are all entitled, but to be clear, some of the personal abuse that gets sent to Nikki on here is reprehensible and completely out of line, so let's cut that out immediately. Very classy move there, Wade. Yeah, so he has mentioned like he's a big fan of Nikki Bella, and he has been for years, obviously there since like FCW. And it is just one of those things, seems like I don't know, not like a miscommunication or anything, but it's just a disagreement between two people, and they've spoken it out like adults, like mature adults who clearly are big fans of each other, respect each other, so it's just nice seeing this be worked out in that kind of way. And then Wade come to the defense of Nikki, because she did catch a bit of flack for everything, like the match at Clash in Paris, even though it was fine. Do you know what I mean? Like she's not been wrestling week after week after week. Like you are gonna have a little bit of ring rust. Like it is what it is. So yeah, I like seeing when these things play out like this, and it's just very mature. It's a good example to people that you just don't have to have these personal vendettas and then ignore each other and then just have all messy stuff play out in public. You can just have a chat in private, like adults, sort it out, and then boop, move on with your lives and have a good time. So yeah, that is the end of this video, where I've been ranting into nothing right now, just on my own, talking about all things wrestling, but I would not have it any other way on a Saturday morning. I love speaking to you guys and gals all around the world. So let me know what you think of all these stories. Yeah, let me know what you think of everything we've discussed today, whether you want to see Jericho in WWE, what you think of all the Bella and the Wade stuff, how that was handled. And yeah, just everything. I've completely forgot exactly what I've spoken about. I've spoken about a lot, okay? But if you like these kind of WhatCulture videos, don't forget to subscribe. Click on all the other videos and lovely stuff that we have that are no doubt popping up around my screen at this point. You can also follow me on X at gmorgan04. Follow me on Instagram at GarethMorgram, and then also within my Instagram, I've got a personal training page, because I'm a fully qualified personal trainer as well. It's at fitness.focus.gm. I'm looking to open up my online training scheme course, whatever it is, very soon. If you are interested in that, my words just won't come out today. It's very early over here in the UK. If you're interested in that, feel free to pop me a DM on that Instagram via fitness.focus.gm, and we can have a chat if that is something you are interested in, getting fit and getting funky for the rest of the year coming into Christmas time. Let me know. But more importantly than any of that, just have yourself a really good day, because you deserve it. Yeah, go and have fun. See you soon.